In today's episode, we try and ask complete strangers for a field for the night and a place to camp. We go off-road and take a detour.
And there goes Q without problem.
There's a hurricane coming tomorrow, so tying our horses all night long, and they've never done that before. Lily meets donkeys for the first time. We attempt to source a farrier en route, and the Irish weather finally catches up with us. Christian and I pack our bags and saddle up. It still takes us a good 2 hours to pack our things into our saddlebags and prepare our horses. The large tent on Q is becoming annoying for us to travel with, and up until now, we've only used it twice. We've been on the road for 2 weeks now, and our horses have gotten used to life on the road. Lily seems to be enjoying it a little bit more than Q, though.
Say goodbye to the castle. Bye bye, castle. You look amazing.
We have a long ride ahead of us today, crossing our first mountain pass. Our plan is to ride 30 kilometers over the mountain pass into the nearest town on the other side. We don't have a place to stay for the night, and we'll need to rely on the locals to help us find a field for Lily and Q and a place for us to camp.
Hey, yeah, we are. You know anyone on the other side with a field?
Where are you going? Down by Sneed when you get to kenmore?
Oh, that's too...
Are you going to Kilgarvan?
Yeah, today. We probably like towards Kilgarvan. Maybe we don't even completely reach it.
I travelled all over England with a horse and wagon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, in Ireland for about 14 years.
Oh, wow.
They're already saying that a wagon would be much easier than carrying all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have a...
There's a wagon down this end of the country's hard. It's just so hilly. But
Yeah.
when you get up, it's have you got tents and that then?
Yeah, we have a tent as well, but it's kind of nice to not have to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his number is 086.
086.
He's got a farm out the other side of Kilgarvan when you get into it.
Thank you very much.
Alright, but have a good trip. Weather's good for a few days. Wet tonight, but Tuesday and Wednesday it's good weather.
Perfect. Thank you very much. See ya. Oh, it's 3 of them.
You see it? The ride is long but beautiful. We spend about 5 to 6 hours in the saddle each day, with a rest stop in the afternoon so the horses can graze and we can nibble on our snacks.
That was not asking for trot cue. Cue, stop it. It's just cows, they don't do anything bad. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Lovely girl. Yep. Our first Irish mountain tunnel. Just carved into the stone. Hope it's not too long. Ah, no. Good girl. Good girl. Good lady.
We made it to Kilgarvan and I went inside the pub and the guy at the pub offered us the cow field in the back of the pub for the night. So we're setting up the tent and the horses are out in the field. Luckily there's no cows in there because they don't really like cows, so I don't know how they're going to react when they see cows. But yeah, so the horses are out. And tomorrow's going to be raining all day, so we have a long, wet day tomorrow. Today's ride is taking us from Kenmare to Killarney, and we decide to take a risk. There is a potential place to ride off-road, a hiking trail known as the Old Kenmare Road. The problem is, we've been warned that hikers' trails often go through cow fields and therefore may be fenced off with no possible gates or places to ride through with our horses. Our internet research doesn't help us much, and we cannot find any information online whether or not horses can ride on the Old Kenmare Road. After speaking with some locals in the area, we are told our plan might work, so we decide to take a chance and head towards the Old Kenmare Road. We've stopped for lunch. Horses are having a snack, and this is our view. That's actually the sea that way, and it looks like a lake over there. Horses are having a little break.
This is the old road from Kenmare on this side to Killarney on the other side, and yeah, obviously you can see old road, so it's not paved. It's very promising to be a very fabulous ride today.
The Kenmare Road promises some off-road adventures, but the downside is that it is a short distance and eventually will meet up with a big major road which we will need to follow for about 3 hours towards Killarney. I'm not too excited about riding on a major road for 3 hours, but with little options to choose from, we hope that the old road will be worth the effort.
I'll try to go as close to that fence as possible, but it's gonna be... It looks fairly deep. Try to go through there.
Come on, Lily.
Yeah, good girl, Lily. Oh, God. Come on, cute.
You're gonna have to sort of hop over it, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's where the road becomes normalish again.
Christian and I can now confirm that the old road between Kenmare and Killarney is rideable on horseback. It's quite stony and there's quite a few streams and a river crossing, and there was a little bit of boggy stuff in the beginning, but our horses have made it through. So you can officially ride that way. We actually didn't know today if horses were able to ride on this road, on the old road. So yeah, if you're thinking about coming, and we begin our long ride on the busy, twisty, turny roads towards Killarney National Park.
Yeah.
We arrive very late in the night and rush to find a place to stay before dark. Thanks to the power of social media, we were able to find a place for the horses tonight. So we were stuck in a free field, which is basically, it wasn't fenced in and it was just a small piece of land with some grass. However, there was just some trees to tie the horses to. So we asked all of the people pulling the carriages, and they just said, yeah, go and tie your horses there and camp, and the police can't chase you away. And that's basically what they were recommending. But there's a hurricane coming tomorrow, so tying our horses all night long, and they've never done that before. Didn't really sound like a good option, and it was on a busy road as well. So yeah, because of Facebook, I posted something, and within an hour we were sorted. A very nice lady, not too far from where we were, offered us a field for the night with little shelter for the horses. So we managed to saddle them again, and just as it started to get dark, we arrived in the stables, and the horses were nice and safe. And they were both rock stars. The next day. It is the morning after the hurricane. It was a code orange, which apparently is medium bad. But luckily where we were in Killarney, the storm sort of passed us, so we didn't really get it too bad. It was windy all night. It wasn't too bad though. It's getting a bit chilly though, and we were able to stock up on some supplies. So we made a huge mistake when we came here. The tent that we had bought, we had a logic behind it. It was supposed to, because it rained so much in Ireland, we thought that we would have a tent which had a little sort of porch to hide the saddles and everything, and it's just too big and too heavy, and it's uncomfortable for both of us. We sort of divided it between the two horses, but it just wasn't working. So because we're in a city, we took advantage and we got a smaller tent. I mean, it's like 1/4 the size, and I think now things are going to be so much easier to travel and carry stuff. Yeah, and we got some woolly socks so we can stay warm because we're heading north and it's getting cold and the days are getting shorter, and it's now October, and everyone is wondering why we came here this time of the year. And our logic was that it's less tourists, you know. It's quieter, no one else is doing it now. But yeah, we'll see how it goes the more north we go, especially because I'm from California and I'm not very good with the cold. We continue our ride and discover several old ruins. Abandoned old buildings like these can be seen throughout Ireland as remnants of the Irish potato famine, which took place in 1845. More than 1 million people lost their lives over the 7 years that the potato famine took hold, and countless other Irish families fled to the United States to start their new lives. Over 4.5 million Irish immigrated to the USA between 1820 and 1930, counting for 1/3 of the U.S. immigrant population at the time. We find a place to camp and immediately look for a farrier. The hard road surface has completely dissolved their shoes. We start to wonder if our challenges have only just begun. Read about our Ireland adventures in the Equestrian Adventuresses book series, available on Amazon. Next time. Suggested something called the Ireland Way, which unfortunately is completely not accessible to horses at all, and the gamble is we're not sure if the cycle route is rideable on horses or not. We try and catch a ferry boat across the Shannon.
That was a bit crap.